Hey, MUVFitters, Daniel Ming here coming at you. I want to talk to you a little bit today about this new 28-day challenge we're doing for our members. As most of you know, those that have been here, we do these a few times a year. Usually we do one at the beginning of the year. That's when people are kind of looking to jumpstart results, particularly if they had a not so perfect holiday season with eating and drinking. And I'm really excited about this year's program that I'm bringing to you. The 28-day program, but it's actually one that you'll be able to continue beyond that 28 days if you choose. But for the purposes of this challenge, it's 28 days, okay? And it's an all-out fat loss bursting program where we're really going to hone in on narrowing down and getting some fat off your body, okay? Now, with a lot of these things we've done in the past, one of the things people like about them is the meal plans and the recipes and things like that. The cool thing about this program is it's going to be even more customized. Okay, so the doctor's name is Dr. Michael Rousell, and I partnered with him on this program to bring you his LeanOS coaching program. So it's a nutrition coaching program. You're going to hear a lot of things we already talked about, but it's nice to hear them from someone else. But it's based off his book called the Meta Shred Diet. Okay, and you're going to see right here it says Men's Health. Dr. Mike writes for Men's Health. He writes for a lot of different publications, but his programs work for both men and women. This one just happens to be backed by Men's Health, but he's written for Shape Magazine and all these different female publications as well. He's got a good background, and the cool thing is this book is one thing, right? As you see, it's got some substance to it. You don't have to read this book to do this program, okay? The point is that the meal plans and the recipes live in this book that you'll be using. But he's going to coach you through it so you don't have to read this, all right? But you're going to have a custom plan based on your weight, your height, your age, all those things that factor into how many calories you need. And to make a long story short, you're going to be set in a level. Okay, he's got 6 different levels. You're going to find out via his program exactly where you should be, and then the meal plan is going to be associated with it. Okay. Now the cool thing is there's a lot of places where you can substitute, move things around. Just like we talk about, he's not a huge proponent of sticking to a meal plan. He's trying to teach you how to do this. And honestly, the reason he even has specific meal plans in here is because the editor made him do so because he knows no one will buy the book otherwise. But the point is that he's just talking about what needs to happen. But the cool thing is because he has the meal plans in there, they're in there for you, but you have a lot of autonomy to move around and do some things as long as you stick to the structure that he's got written for you. So just a couple quick things that some people have asked. Who is this for? So one thing I've created, you guys, is I have a little flyer. If you want to grab one, it's going to be sitting at the front desk this week and next week. But it tells you a little bit about what the program has in it. Again, you're going to get a custom meal plan based on exactly where you're at. It's 28 days of Mike's coaching program. There's about 4 days ahead of time that you'll get information as well. You get your own copy of this book, so you'll be able to have it forever. And the cool thing is he really explains to you afterwards how to kind of take this beyond the 28 days. Now, I mentioned a minute ago that you can actually do this beyond 28 days. So depending on how much weight you want to lose, this is a 2-phase program. So if you're doing it for 28 days, you'll be in phase 1 for 2 weeks, phase 2 for 2 weeks. But let's say if you really want to step up and you want to lose 20 or 30 pounds, if that's kind of your goal, then you may want to stick with this for 2 phases. So you might want to do 28 days in phase 1, 28 days in phase 2. You have the capability of doing that. Now, our coaching program is only going to last the 28 days, but you can make that decision to just continue with it or to go phase 1 for the first month, phase 2 for the second month, if you really want to step things up before the summer comes up. Now, just like any nutrition program we have, guys, I'm not going to lie to you, it's going to take work. It's going to take planning. It's going to take preparation. You're going to have to cook. If you want, just like anything, right? If you want the easy way out, it's not going to work. If you want to eat out all the time, it's not going to work very well. You're going to need to put your head down and really want to accomplish this if you want to get this done. So even on the flyer, I kind of mentioned, who is this for? So, what I've said is if you've been stuck at a certain weight for a while and you're finally ready to bust through, kind of if you're at that plateau, this is a good program for you. Whether you're male or female, it's good for you. If you need a jump start after what most of us had was a bad holiday eating season, this is a good plan for you. If you're sick of not seeing fat loss results, if you're kind of like, I don't understand why you're not seeing them, this is a good program for you. And if you want something that you can continue and own beyond the challenge for the rest of the year, this is a good program for you. We've seen people do these challenges and literally transform their lives for the rest of the year and beyond. So don't underestimate the power of one of these little challenges and what they can do for you. Now, who is this not for? That's another thing I wanted to address, okay? If you're not willing to commit to this for 28 days, if you're not willing to say, okay, for 28 days, I'm going to follow this plan, not for you. Okay. If you're not in the mindset to take responsibility for your decisions, your choices, to do the necessary work, it's not right for you. Okay. I'm just going to be straight honest with you. If you refuse to let go of excuses about why this stuff doesn't work for you, not going to be a good program for you. Okay. At the end of the day, we want you guys to really accept responsibility and understand that you make the choices for your life. Okay. You make the choice of how you respond to things, no matter if you travel or what. There's no external circumstance that ultimately factors in to your success with weight loss or anything else. You are the one common denominator to make this decision for yourself. You can do this if you choose, okay? And that's what I want you to understand. This is not built for vegetarians or vegans, so if that's your thing, no problem. But there's just not a plan in this book for you, so it's not for you. And then if you just don't need to lose body fat, if you're in more of a muscle building part of your program, or if you've lost enough fat and really at this point you don't need to lose much more, then this probably isn't something you necessarily need to do. So hopefully that gives you some information. The cost is $59. It's a one-time charge. You get to keep the book for free. You can keep the recipes. Everything's in there for you to use forever. And the coaching program is there for you to use forever as well. You can always access it, which is a wonderful thing. And lastly, best transformation wins $100 in cash. So best male transformation, best female transformation wins $100. The way we do that is we take your body fat at the beginning and at the end, and we do it to make it really fair. Whoever loses the most percentage of their own body fat, what they started from, that's who the winner is. So that just factors in if someone needs to lose a little more body fat percentage than someone else, it evens the scale, if you know what I mean. I do need to know if you're in on this by January 14th. I know some of you already told me you're in, but if you tell me by January 14th, we're able to order the book to get it in for you and have it ready for you before the program begins. So I'm sending this obviously to you via email. I'm going to post it also in our Facebook group. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I'm happy to answer anything you have. The only reason I do this stuff, guys, is because I know it's impossible to stay on 100%. We need little boosts every once in a while. I've seen these challenges change lives. And I know some of you struggle with really understanding what your body needs, and ultimately, though, also taking that responsibility to step up and make these decisions for yourself. This is going to allow you to do that if you want it. All right, if you want it, this will work. I'm going to do it with you. All right, because I want to hold you accountable, and you can hold me accountable too. So I'm in on it too. But anyway, I hope that answers all questions. Let me know if you have any other ones. I appreciate you guys. Good luck. And just let me know by January 14th, and we will go from there. Have a great day. Talk to you soon.